Also today, Governor Kate Brown issues a wake-up call to lawmakers.
Right. She delivered her very first State of the State address at the Portland City Club today. She talked about education and jobs.
Yeah, but she also talked about former Governor John Kitzhaber's legal troubles, and our Lisa Balick was there. How did it go, Lisa?
Still a lot of controversy, no question about it. The governor said that a federal subpoena in the Kitzhaber case means state legal counsel has to go through more than 1 million documents right now. It's a part of what her office is dealing with in the first couple of months.
Let me just say up front, I don't feel like I was thrown into the deep end of a pool. I dove in.
Oregon's governor wasted no time bringing up the ethics troubles of her predecessor.
3 state and federal investigations of the former governor and first lady were already underway when I arrived on February 18th. 2 more were initiated shortly thereafter. My office is cooperating fully.
Brown quickly detailed her bills to strengthen ethics laws for public leaders, including one to define the role of first partner and increase sanctions for using elective office for personal gain. Clearly, Brown is working to separate herself from Kitzhaber.
A telling line in the speech was one point where she said, "This will never happen again, and it's not going to happen on my watch." That's clearly separating herself from Kitzhaber and saying we start a new age now moving forward.
But at the same time, the new governor paralleled Kitzhaber as she laid out her agenda, calling for more investment in early education, more affordable housing, and more job opportunities, noting that 70% of job growth comes from expanding existing business. While she said the minimum wage should go up, she wouldn't say by how much. But she did step into one of the biggest controversies brewing at the state capitol, finding more money to pay for improvements to our roads and highways.
Transportation improvements are desperately needed to ensure that Washington County residents, workers, and products can get where they need to go efficiently and safely. These are improvements that cannot and will not be achieved without new money.
Now, there was applause here in Portland, but there are plenty of lawmakers, especially the Republicans, who are not applauding this idea because they're concerned there could be a gas tax involved in any kind of improvement package that the lawmakers are going to look at. Now, tonight at 5, more on what the governor had to say, especially differences between her administration and John Kitzhaber's. I also talked with Charlie Hales to find out what's going to be her biggest challenge.
Right, and John Kitzhaber was kind of aloof from the rest of the Democrats. Did she talk about trying to be more inclusive?
Actually, she was today, interestingly enough. She spent more time, instead of laying out specific policies, she told anecdotes about going around the state, talking to school kids, talking to business leaders. She told lots of stories, really giving the personal side of who she is. I think that's her first step before then she really digs in and starts putting together some of these policies, bringing people to the table.
Very interesting.
You bet.
Thanks, Lisa. And of course, like Lisa said, still very controversial.